Yo, 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 what is going on, COD Familia? It is your boy BN. Today, we are going to be talking about ROW League. That was officially announced last night at Reset. So as of recording this, we are about 18, more like 18-ish hours in after. And we're going to go over some rules, some highlights. And they have a video on here too as well. And they also posted one on the official COD YouTube channel that you can go and check out. But I wanted to talk about just a few things that I read through here in ROW League. And also some things that I hope that they do with this as well. As always, if you enjoy the content, make sure you throw us out. Because I've said a lot. Thanks. Okay. Well, we're going to go over the overview. And then we're going to look at a few tabs here and talk about a couple things. So some of the important bits. There are two conferences. There is a Strife conference and a newcomer conference. The Strife conference is from Kingdoms 1 through 592, and the newcomer conference is from 593 and so on. Essentially, this is how it is now. Once you get into Season of Strife, then you join the SOS conference. It's that simple. Now, registration, right, is about a week, because we can see that here. You can see in the Strife conference is the top 512 registering alliances will advance to preliminaries. In the newcomer conference, the top 256 registering alliance, so essentially the top 512 strongest alliances, meaning whatever the 512 bubble is, and then whatever the 256 bubble is. And then we get to the schedule. So phase one, you do preliminaries, right? So you're going to have 32. So you have newcomer conference, which will have 32 divisions. Each division will play 3 group rounds and 2 qualifier rounds. The champions from each division will advance to the playoffs and receive ranking awards. For the Strife Conference, you're going to be divided into 32 divisions. Each division will play 3 group rounds. First place alliances in each group will play 2 legendary qualifiers, with the winners advancing to the Strife Conference legendary playoffs. The second place alliances in each group will play 2 epic qualifiers, with the winners advancing to the Strife Conference epic. So the way that they've worded this is they kind of divided, because there's so many more Season of Strife kingdoms than there are newcomer kingdoms in the conferences. They've kind of done 2 sub-branches, or 2 branches or subgroups within the SOS. So think of it like SOS A and SOS B, or SOS 1 and SOS 2. Then you got phase 2, which is playoffs. Right, it says newcomer conference, Strife conference, which is legendary. In the playoffs, champions from each of the 32 divisions will play against each other. After 3 group rounds, the top 2 alliances from each group, 16 in total, will advance to the knockout rounds. After 3 knockout rounds, the last 2 remaining alliances will face each other in the final. Okay, in the Strife conference, epic, 128 alliances will play 3 group rounds, with the top alliance from each group, 32 in total, advancing to the knockout rounds. After 4 knockout rounds, the last 2 remaining will reach the final. Now, they're saying that they're actually going to be issuing rewards, which I find is, obviously we know that, but they're going to be issuing physical rewards for some of the winners. So I believe it's for the SOS legendary winners and maybe the newcomer winners. Or it's just the legendary ones. But they had mentioned it, I believe, in the video. So if you guys watch the video, you'll be able to see. So they'll actually give the winners, like they'll send you get in-game stuff, but you get a physical trophy too as well. I thought that was pretty cool. So registrations here. Now, the match times is one of the things I want to touch on here. So they list off 5 different match times. Most of you know how I feel about this when it comes to match times. Now, starting off, they say each round of matches will take place on a Sunday. Alliances must choose 3 of the following time slots to play matches. Once matchmaking is complete, match time slots will be determined according to both sides' prioritized time slots. Match time slot prioritization cannot be changed during the preliminaries. Okay. My whole thing about time slots is really what it has been during standard Roots of War matches, which is the less time slots you have, the more likely it is that you have more alliances joining a fewer amount of time slots, meaning you have a larger alliance pool of teams within any given time slot because you have less compared to more, meaning that you also have a higher percentage chance to have more balanced and fair matchups. This is exactly what we've been preaching and talking about in KVK, where we keep talking about like everyone just needs to basically try to get to G2, or what they need to do is they just need to stop having G1, G2, and G3 KVK groups, and they just need to combine all of them into one. And then if you're coming into Season of Strife KVKs, the way to do it is if the KVK is ongoing, you just wait until the KVK finishes. That's it. Especially with the fact that they've done 2 duration reductions so far since KVK was initially introduced. I mean, again, it would just make things so much easier, right? You have a one-time wait from Season 3 to SOS, depending on when it starts and whatnot. But once you get into it, it's just rotating, right? It's just on automatic at that point. So again, I don't know how some of you feel about there being 5 times. Personally, I would rather have there be 3 times, and then you have to select 2 out of 3, right? If you do it like on 8-hour rotations. I mean, again, I get it, right? They're only going to do it on one day. They're having more time, so they want a little bit more variety. But I don't know. Part of me almost feels like this feels as though it's a missed opportunity on could they have asked and done a poll? Like, because this is my thing. If you're going to come up with a row league, why would you not want feedback before determining set times and maybe some other things that you have a free opportunity? It doesn't cost you anything. It's free to go and ask people or to, for example, send out a questionnaire just to alliance leaders or kings and queens. They have to have a way to do that on the back end. And then you just ask them, hey, these are a couple questions. Here's like 10 questions. These are things we're considering doing for Row League. We'd love your feedback. Now, keep in mind, maybe they've done that for Hall of Kings. Maybe they've done it in another way. I wouldn't know, right? I'm only simply stating that it would be nice if they took some feedback in here and then they made a statement and said, we asked the top 512 alliances in the game, right? Just whatever, or top 500 alliances or the top 250 alliances, whatever it is. And we asked them a number of questions and some of those answers have been factored into the Row League. Like that would show that there's a little bit more community integration there and collaboration, more importantly, between what they've determined and the feedback they've been provided from the people who are going to be participating in this. Just my thoughts. I'd love to know what you guys think. Is 5 the right amount? Is it too many? Is it not enough? Let me know what you think. Participants, right? So this is pretty standard. 30, you got 15 subs. Requirements, we know that. Preliminaries, this just gives you a little bit more of a deeper breakdown. But I think they have a little graph here, which I wanted to show. So you can see here in the Strive Conference for Legendary Epic, you have the 512 alliances. Again, as we know, you have rank 1, depending on where you place. If it's rank 2, so like this is if you're the top alliance in your group, and this is if you're the second one in your group, right? We know that. So the top one gets put into legendary qualifiers. This goes to 128. You play your qualifiers out, and then you're going to have 64 winners, 64 losers, right? Then if you win, those 64 winners get put into legendary qualifiers. Now you get split up into 32 winners, 32 losers, and then you get put into playoffs. Right? Now, I would have loved if this graph was a little bit bigger and they also showed you kind of how some of those things play out beyond. But then if you lose, you can see your 64 losers get put here, right? And then you have what looks like the 64 losers. Oh, I see. And they go right into the Epic group round. So it would be the 32 losers from the legendary qualifiers, the 32 winners if they're rank 2 and you just keep winning, and then it's 64, right? So it's blue, get in here. But if you place rank 2 or rank 3 or 4 in the group, you're out, right? Once you get the qualifiers for epics, if you're rank 2, those rank 2, 64 split, and then same thing going on. You'll get a rest period. There's a 7-day rest period after the preliminaries have ended. Then you get to playoffs, right? So you have, because there's the 3 group rounds, multiple knockout rounds, and the final played over 9 weeks. It's a pretty long time. I mean, you saw that from here, which this thing goes into December 6th, which is kind of wild. That's my birthday. For anyone that heard that, excuse me, let me not die over here. Right, so you get all the way to the playoffs, finals. The finals employ a best of 3 format. Now, I actually like the fact that it's not just one and done. I like that you have to win over at least 2 in a row, right? Or the first one and the third one. It's not just a one and done. You actually have an opportunity to make corrections, to make adjustments, and then play the next game out. So one of the things I actually like about the kind of NBA playoffs and I guess other playoffs that kind of operate with a kind of like, I guess, NHL for hockey, they do this as well, and for MLB, Major League Baseball, and for any others I'm leaving out. But I like that. I also understand the value in if it's just a one and done. It's like, you know, the NCAA for basketball, March Madness, right? It's like you lose one game, you're out. I can understand both sides of it. But I think for me, when it comes to competitive integrity, I like the fact and just like competitive skill and being able to see like tactics and strategy be applied. I like being able to see what adjustments are being made. And then are you able to actually apply those in the next game? Like, can you take a hard loss and then come back and give a hard loss, right? Or come back and win by any amount and show that you learned a lot from a game. That to me is exciting. So yeah, we'll see on that one. Rewards. And here it is, right? Here's the physical. You get a physical trophy, and then the physical Roots of War League medal, right? So you got physical trophy or physical medal. Alliance rewards. You have whole alliance rewards that you can see here. I think they messed this up for some reason. It's probably a typo because obviously 1 should be going above 2 and 3 and 4, but it's there, right? So these rewards, right? It says all members in an alliance will receive rewards according to the alliance's final place in the playoff rankings. And you can see top is 5 legendaries. You got legendary medals. You got, if I can add correctly, 5,000 gems. You got 10 days worth of speed ups, 30 universal keys, and 20 level 4 chests for top reward there. And then obviously 32, right? This is for the Epic, the other season of Strife 1. And you could see for this one, it's same legendary hero tokens, 8 less medals. You get 6,000 compared to 10. So it's 4K less, 4 days less, 10 artifact keys less with the same amount of level 4s. Participant rewards, including substitutes, will receive rewards according to their alliance's final place in the playoff rankings. This is for Strife Conference Legendary and Newcomer Conference ranking rewards. Look at this, man. Garden of Eternity. Legion attack plus 3%, train speed plus 3%. Not bad, not bad. You get, this is the, what is this? Unlocks decorative building, Heart of the Forest. We get Verdant Edge. This is participate in the Roots of War League Season 1 event and reach the Strife Conference Legendary or Newcomer Conference playoffs to obtain that. You get, and this one's right, 1, 2, 3, 4, you see that. You get 20 legendaries, 20 legendary medals. You get 50 days worth of speed ups, 25,000 gems, and 100 level 4 chests. Okay. And then obviously top 32 get that. And then you have the Strife Conference, which is for Epic. And this one, okay, so it looks like just the decorative there. You get the Lunar Starfire, which shows that you reach the Strife Conference Epic playoffs. To obtain, you get 20 medals, so that hasn't changed. 20 of those, 40 days worth of speed ups, 20K gems, and you get 100 level 4. Okay. Then you get some personal rewards. Players who place at the top of each of the personal data rankings categories in either conference will receive rewards. And you can see here what I believe is, oh, I see. So it tells you Roots of War Pinnacle. This is a Pinnacle player. Exclusive avatar, peerless pugilist, determined. Oh, I wish it gave you a breakdown of what those are, but it looks like they have 6 different. I mean, I guess some of these are probably standard, but it would just be nice if they gave you a description too as well when I clicked on this and it didn't just say like, oh, this is what it is in brackets. But it looks like the reward for all of these is going to be 10 legendary medals. You get 5 10K level 4 reserves. You get 2K gems, 10 days worth of speed ups, and 20 level 4 choice chests. And then match rewards and other rewards. Alliance rewards and personal rewards received for each match in Roots of War leagues are the same as in Roots of War exhibition play. During the playoffs, players can predict the league results to win guessing gold. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, look at this. Dude. Wow, so this is pretty cool. So they are going to add in some kind of maybe betting system. During the playoffs, players can predict league results to win guessing gold. You can use gold resource, okay, which can be exchanged for rewards at the store. Oh, nice. So they're going to have potentially like an ROW, an ROWL store, and you can do that. Very similar to kind of what they do for Osiris League with their coins or whatever it is over there in Rock. Okay, very nice. And then you have some rewards here. So you got G4 tokens, level 10 reserves, medals, training speed ups, and level 2 tuition. Okay, so maybe they'll have more. Maybe this isn't everything in the store. Maybe these are just, oh, these are just rewards for playing the center matches. Okay, so the other thing will be different. Now, this is one of the other things, right? Available heroes. The conference has entered Season of Strife. The longest standing realm with a participating alliance is Server 1. The following heroes can be used. All right, so longest standing or oldest kingdom that's within SOS, right? And obviously, it's always going to be 1. The only time it's going to change would be for the newcomer, right? Because it's whichever kingdom is the oldest that has not entered Season of Strife first. So you have all these heroes that are able to be used. You have available artifacts that can be used. They give you a list. Available war pets. Alliances and Roots of War League are divided into 2 conferences. We know that, right? Has entered, has not entered. Okay. And then you get cutoff time, reference scope, conference status is only determined from using data of the alliances that are yet to be eliminated. Okay, battle sync, balancing. So we have newcomer conference, the highest level heroes and artifacts, policies, healing, and buffs from Season 3 are available for use. In the interest of balancing, all heroes and artifacts will be upgraded to the highest possible star rating achievable in Season 3. Strive Conference, the highest level heroes in all these categories are available to use. Yeah, because again, longest standing servers won. Hero restrictions. In interest of fairness, different Roots of War League conferences have restrictions in which heroes can be placed. Conferences that have not entered Season of Strife can only deploy heroes permitted for the longest standing realm in the conference, which would be one of those in Season 3. Heroes unlocked during Season of Strife cannot be used by conferences not in Season of Strife. Okay, that makes sense. And then can only deploy heroes permitted to use for the longest standing, which again, that makes sense. Now the last part. There's a few here that I guess are just worthy of mention or noting, at least from what I've gathered. So entry conditions. Got to at least have 10 towers built, got to be level 16 or more. And then you have a couple like special rules here that they've listed out. Alliance members who are part of their Alliance's Roots of War League roster cannot take part in Roots of War exhibition play until their alliance has been eliminated. So if you're in this, you can't participate in Standard Row. Alliance members who are not part of their Alliance's Roots of War League roster may choose to leave their alliance and join another to take part in Roots of War exhibition play. Okay. However, if they choose to claim that week's Roots of War Alliance rewards, then return to their original alliance, they cannot claim Roots of War League Alliance rewards again for that week. So basically, no doubling up, Buttercup. Number 3, Roots of War League has the same combat rules as exhibition play. Roots of War League offers the same alliance and personal rewards for matches. Okay, great. 5, if 2 sides score equal points in a match, the alliance with the highest total power at the time of registration will be declared the winner. Now, this is interesting. And I feel like, to me, this feels like pretty contentious, right? You have a situation where if you basically end in a draw, the team that is just stronger wins. To me, it feels like you got to come up with a better way. Like there either has to be overtime, like there's got to be something built in where it's overtime and it goes, or maybe if it ends in a draw, it goes into like a quick mini game, or maybe you have to play a second match at accelerated pace. Maybe it's half the time or something, right? I don't know. Part of me just feels like this one could be pretty contentious. Okay. If there are not enough participating alliances in the preliminaries, excuse me, alliances who could not be matched with suitable opponents may receive a bye for certain matches. Okay. And will receive the victory rewards for those matches. Alliance members who are part of their alliance's Roots of War League roster cannot change to another participating alliance during the rest period unless their alliance has been eliminated. Okay. Migration. If a player migrates before their alliance has been eliminated from Roots of War League, they will be unable to claim any league rewards. If a player migrates after their alliance has been eliminated, but before rewards have been issued, they will be able to claim rewards. Okay. And then we get into some league rules about like cheating or, if there's bad. Hang on. One of these is interesting. Where is it? It says, in the event of a major server game issues that affect fairness of a match, league officials may halt the match. Okay. Whereas the major issues, here it is. Major issues include, but are not limited to, server instability, game-breaking bugs, abuse of game design oversights, which I like how they include this in here just to kind of cover themselves. They're like, well, in case you guys figure something out that we didn't anticipate it being used this way or someone abusing it, right? We kind of reserve the right to do that. Or cheating by participants via third-party programs or private transactions. Now, this is interesting when they say private transactions. Why? Because my mind immediately goes to something like rigging, or betting on it, right? Or taking a bribe, right? Like taking money to throw a match. Now, I don't know if that's what they mean by it, but that's kind of where my mind had initially gone. Alliance leaders represent their teams in communications with legal officials. Okay, so here it is. Oh, wait, where is it? If a team... league. No, hang on. Where is it? Hang on. There's something here about... Oh, man, I thought I had it. Major issues? No, that's not it. Issue? No. League officials have the right? No. Internal decisions? No. Maybe it's this one. So this one says that teams are expected to abide by principles of fair play and sporting conduct. Teams must not, for any reason, seek to deliberately lose a match or fix the outcome of a match before playing, right? That kind of goes into the whole transaction thing. If a league officials discover such a situation, the offenders will be punished according to the severity of their actions. Punishments include, but are not limited to, forfeit of teams and members' proceeds, dismissal from the league, and ranking penalties. Okay. Where is it? Fine. Oh, here it is. This is interesting. This to me kind of goes with, are they going to follow through on this similarly to what they did with that Discord announcement, right? Talking about like, that they're going to start having more aggressive rules for people that are misbehaving and having bad conduct. Number 10, participating teams may not engage in unsporting behavior on official channels, including but not limited to insults, mockery, provocation, or abuse. If discovered by league officials, offenders may be subject to formal warnings, forfeiture of match rewards, and match bans, depending on the severity of the offense. I cannot wait for this to start, because I'm telling you right now, I will be shocked if there are not multiple people in situations that get publicly blasted for people that effortlessly, let's just say, engage in such behavior that would warrant an action being taken. And I'm going to be honest, if you're out there and you find that, please let me know, because I would just love to talk about it out of the pure, genuine curiosity of if anything will happen. So yeah. And then you have rematch rules, right? Which is like, okay, if something happens and they deem that it's worth of a rematch, right? They say to decide, right? If a match is affected by major issues, league officials have the right to decide within 24 hours whether a rematch will take place. Okay. And that's it. And then obviously you can look at like specific rewards here, right? If you want to look at the personal rewards, it has a breakdown. Alliance rewards, it has a breakdown. Standard rewards, which we already looked at. And if you guys want to watch this introduction video too as well, which is right there. So yeah, basically... And I'm curious, so now let me get to like my hopes. One, I wonder if we're going to be able to see, once registration opens, who registers for what, because I'm going to try and keep like a sheet on this. Like I want to try and follow this pretty closely. Number two, they're going to do some betting, so that's going to be really cool. I might actually do some bets on some of these too as well. Number three, which again, I don't know if they're going to have this up and running, but dear Lord, I hope they do. I hope that there is a way to live spectate, even if it is with a delay. Because I understand you probably couldn't do it no delay. But if you could live spectate with a delay. Otherwise, I hope that there's a way to watch VODs and rewatch matches. So again, content creators can, commentate and analyze, react to them. That's something I really hope there's an opportunity to do. And yeah, those would be my couple things, right? Just in the beginning that I'm really looking forward to. And I hope that they eventually include those if they're not already going to be in there once this starts. I'm curious for some of you out there who might, again, think a little bit differently than me. What are some things you really hope are in ROW League that you as just a spectator or consumer of the event, the content, would like to see in there? Let me know in the comments below. That's it for me. As always, until next time, we'll catch you later.